Let's send it live. Trying to push vertical in OBS. See how this works. This may or may not be working. Let's see. Let's see. I'm curious to know if this is up live vertical or if it's actually pushing just the horizontal feed. I'm not sure. I'm going to check it over here. It looks like it's live right over here. I think it's okay. Kind of strange. Thought I would have had a few more people pop on. Let's see. Is this not up and running? Looks like it is. Interesting. Oh, now I got a couple viewers up. Okay. All right, cool. Give me a thumbs up here as to how the audio sounds. Just figured I'd jump on to a quick go live here, pushing from OBS. Decolia, hey, what's going on? Cody's on. What's up, Cody? Appreciate you guys checking in tonight. So, play the fun. What's going on? How you doing tonight? Play for fun. Just figured I'd jump on, share some of my explosive growth. So, for anyone that's pushing on YouTube, it's been wild. Greg, what's going on, Greg? Oh, sorry, not Greg. GG. So, Dad, is that you? No, sorry, don't think it's you. So, all good though. So, where you guys checking in from? Drop me a comment where you guys are checking in from. I'm curious. I'm out here in Cape Cod, Mass. So, just near the Cape Cod Canal, right near the bridge. So, what's good? Hanging in there for a Tuesday night. So, it's about 9:15 here on the East Coast. So, what's going on there, Rio? Brazil, very cool. All right, so I've never been to Brazil. I've heard some great things. I want to make my way out to Brazil. Appreciate you checking in from Brazil. That's awesome. So, how's the audio sound, by the way? So, give me a thumbs up if it's good. Give me a thumbs down if it's too loud or too quiet. So, I've got a USB audio device plugged in through my computer. So, all right. It's like Syrian head Roblox forever said hi. Hey, what's going on? So yeah, for anybody that's out there putting out YouTube content, don't give up. So I was ready to throw in the towel, but the last 3 weeks, my stuff's gone viral. I've just been using the YouTube green screen feature, remixing content, using some of my own, some of the other creators, and just resending it. So see, it's kind of low in the audio. All right, let me turn up the microphone a little bit. Let's see if that improves at all. All right, let me know if that's too low or too high. I went up a little high. I don't want to clip. I'm trying to stay underneath that that mark where it's going to start sounding like crap. So, what are you doing today? I am just hanging out here on YouTube Live. So, yeah, live YouTube Shorts, as a matter of fact. Hopefully the audio sounds better now. I just cranked that up a little bit. Will John Pork be bailed out, and what do you think of his incarceration? Was it unfair? I have not been following that in the news, so I apologize. I did see something about it, but I didn't read about it. What's good? What is your favorite YouTube live chat troller? Right now it could be you, possibly. No, I'm just kidding. So I appreciate everyone checking in. So we got 44 people up right now. So, hey, Lisa. Thanks for checking in today. I appreciate it. So, Dandy says, hi. What's going on, Dandy? How are you today? So, can you please smoke a cigarette on live stream, please? I don't smoke. Thanks, but sorry, not my thing, man. So, can I get a shout out? So, looks like Egenix6114. Absolutely. Oh, wait, Nerdy is cool. Yeah, my buddy Paul jumped on. Paul, how's this sound, bud? Let me know if it sounds okay. I just finally got this to work through OBS, sending this vertical, so I wanted to make sure it was working right. It looks like it is. So Jessica Hudson says hello. Hey, Jessica, thanks for checking in tonight. Appreciate it. So what's me as your Yoler? I don't know what you're trying to tell me there, but okay. We got someone checking in that's between the age of probably 8 and 12 with the 6'7". I'll give you a shout out. So, can you shout out John Pork? Absolutely. So I don't know the guy, but I've seen him in the news. So don't know much about the story though. So time for my trolls. Yeah, I like it. Nice icons. Sounds good now. Okay, good. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I turned it up a little bit. Sounds good, but there's a helium leak in the room. Oh, you know what? Let me turn down it a little bit. It's not a helium leak. It's actually in the back corner. I've got my dehumidifier running. I'm in the basement where the racing sim is, so you guys can't see it, but the big racing sim's over here to my left, your right. So David Kellogg says Trump, Trump, Trump. So I got conservative side to me. I can't complain. So thoughts on the Numble Top Passage? I don't know what that is. So 30 days sober, Shane Collins. Congrats, dude. That's fantastic. So I've got a lot of respect for that. So I've got some addiction in my family, so I can tip of the hat for staying with that. Appreciate it. So good for you, bud. So by the way, we're planning to help Diddy. You support the cops. So boy, you guys are just cranking in the comments here now. This is good. So, hey, Paul, I'm going to have to make you a moderator if I can't keep up here. Oh, you were joking. Oh, you're being a wise guy. You're funny. So I just did a little quick collab with my buddy Paul. Where Nerdy is cool. So he's a big 3D printing guy. We know each other from our nerdiness. So click on Paul's video and check it out. So he does a video and both long form and a short form video on how to improve your print quality with wet filament. So how to dry your filament, how to properly print with it. Anyone that's into 3D printing. Oh, the Big Bang episode, yes. You got any hobbies? Oh, I've got some hobbies. That's for sure. I've got some hobbies. So I'm big into racing sims. I'm big into homesteading. I got a small farm here. I got a big John Deere tractor. So, yeah, Mr. Roblox with your 6'7". If you want to keep going, we're gonna zap that in just a second. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and limit that. So we're gonna remove. So. Putting the Anacube cubic back together. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, that's that. How old's that machine, Paul? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? So I believe that there is other life out there, whether it be in our solar system or beyond. So taking people's crap. Okay, sorry. No worries. So. Pretty cool. I guess now that I got a semi-viral channel, it's kind of nice to go live and get over 30 people up. So be curious to see how long people stick around for. So Paul, like I was saying earlier, so anyone that wants the tip on YouTube, if you want to get successful on YouTube Shorts and you want to actually hit that viral groove, you want to make them short. So short as in like under 10 seconds. You want to make these hit and hit fast. So, you pretty much want to hit that loop. So people are watching these things 110 to 150%. Tags are key. Recycle people's content that's doing well or even doing mediocre and does really well. So I've got RC planes, trains, and automobiles. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'm into some RC stuff. I've got a couple of crawlers out in my garage. So, when nerdy is cool. Which machine? The FT6, I think 2017. Yeah, I think you're right. I think 2017 was the FT6 release. So, what are you sipping on? Iced tea. So, this is just iced tea. So, not spiked, just straight iced tea. So, all right. You learn. So, recycles people's livelihoods. So, actually, it's funny you mention recycling. I recycle a lot of stuff on my farm. So, I've got some other videos on my channel. My entire chicken coop is made out of recycled pallets. So, good morning. Where are you checking in from if it's a morning? Because it's 9:20 in the evening here. So, yeah, I'm curious. Where's everyone checking in from? Drop a comment below, wherever you are in the globe. So I'm curious if it's more North America or if it's more global. I know I had somebody checking in from, where were they checking in from? Brazil. That's right. I had somebody from Brazil. Oh, there's another Brazil. So very good. So Hansburg, Virga. So we must get LeBron James for the Diddy roll. Okay, I'm not a basketball fan, but a 620 in California. Nice. I do a lot of work in Southern California. Very, very cool. Poland. How cool is that? So, do you hate scammers? Of course I hate scammers. Scammers are frustrating. So, Poland is a wee bit over the pond. How cool is that, Paul? We got somebody watching from Poland. So, yeah, so anyone that's into 3D printing, definitely check out my buddy Paul's channel. So, I've got a few small things 3D printing wise. I've got a whole bunch of them. Yeah, rural Maine. Yeah, Paul's, you're not that rural. You're only north of Bangor by like an hour. So, yeah, so you're about 6 from me. That's not too terrible. So. And I'm going to make Paul a moderator on this just in case I can't keep up with comments if they start going too crazy. But as of right now, we're good. So, might have to do a live feed with you guys on this channel and spin up the racing sim. So, it's 321 inch. I don't know what that means, bud. So, yeah, not pushing it, but it's time and short according to the prophecy in the Bible. Think about it. Yeah, I don't. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't read the Bible. I know. I was forced Catholic as a kid growing up, so and it just didn't stick with me in my adulthood. So, where nerdy is cool. I need an F-16 pit for me. Run is gonna happen. So I thought this was Matt McCusker for a second. Who's Matt McCusker? I've heard the name, but I'm gonna have to Google that now. Who is Matt? Matt. McCusker, comedian. All right. So, hey, thanks. I appreciate it. Do I look like him? I don't think I guess maybe I do. So he's got better hair than I do. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I wish I could react to the comments here. I can't in this. So, yeah, too funny. I wish I could react like to each person's comment, but it won't let you do that in this. So, pretty cool. That's funny. So. Yeah, hopefully there's no lag or anything. I think it sounds all right, though. Everything looks okay on my end here. So, it's 3:23 a.m. over in Poland. What are you doing up at 3:20 in the morning? So, that is super early. So, Paul says they go quick for sure. I don't know what you're referencing, Paul. Did somebody else comment on something? I don't see anything else that was on that. Let's see. And a few top fans on here. Looks like David Kellogg, Kendrick Walton, and Paul, where nerdy is cool. So, pretty cool. So. Siren Head Roblox, make me a mod. I've already got a mod in the group, so All the comments skip by fast. Yes, they do. They do. I actually, in OBS, I'm able to pull up the screen and make it really long, so I'm not looking on my phone. When you're trying to do it live on the phone, you just can't. They only take up about a third of the screen. You can't keep up. Ah, yeah, third shift. So, what do you do for work? I'm curious. I work in IT. So, Paul kind of sort of works in IT too, but he works with cool stuff. Even though he currently doesn't like his job, he still has a cool job. He works with some neat robots and stuff. Do you hate brain rot? So, well, sure. Who wouldn't? So, look at that. I'm checking out my channel right now. Just closing in on 11,918 subs. Oh, hey, Paul. I just figured I'd give you a heads up. The quick collab you and I did, that reshare of yours, it's currently #1, and it's got over 2,200 views so far. So that thing's cranking. Me, robots. So we got to get into building some robots. I'd love a Johnny 5. I want to build a Johnny 5. I something about it. So I know you've got the R2D2. So if anyone that's into Star Wars, check out what Nerdy is Cool. My buddy Paul has built a real life-size 2-scale R2D2 robot, and it is the coolest thing. So I actually met Paul through a group. I think I met you through a robot group. I think, Paul, I was a 3D printing. I don't remember, but I know we met online. Through some nerd geek group. But I gotta build a robot. Little as possible. Johnny 5 would be fun. It would be fun. So I don't know if I build a full size though. I really don't have room for a full size. Whether it be in my garage or here in the basement. I think I probably want to build like a quarter scale. I think there's like somebody that released all the 3D printed parts too. All the STLs are out there for the Johnny 5. So I'm pretty sure that you can source all those parts, probably AliExpress, Alibaba, and you can order everything right up. Slowboat China. So FarmersOnly.com. Oh, Paul's busting my stones. Paul, I like that. Thanks. So yeah. You were giving me comments on my pretty hair before, so now you're just kicking me in the ass. But thanks. All good. That's what friends are for. So. Let's see. Search Siren Head. All right, I will search that. I'm curious. All right, I will see what that comes up with because I have no idea what that is. I'll search it. I'll play along. Siren is a fictional creature by Canadian artist Trevor Henderson. Has become popular on the internet horror icon. It's tall, gaunt humanoid with a thin pullover body, long limbs, and a head that consists of 2 sirens. Oh, all right. Very cool. I like it. So I'm the witty comic relief. Yeah, thanks for coming. I appreciate you showing up. Invite me to your next Go Live. I will promise not to miss that. So, I'll be curious to see if any commercials pop up, and I think they just cut out in this because I actually did turn on monetization on this live stream. I'll be curious to see if it cuts in or cuts out. It may not because I think that they only pay out every 1,000 views on these, I believe. So it might just run straight through. I don't think it's gonna pop up a commercial, but it might. It might. I don't know. I do like running this through OBS Studio a little bit better, though, so you can see a lot more. How's the weather up in northern Maine? It's going to be getting really cold up there now. It was cold here tonight. We're down like the 40s already, so you probably got a frost. So we haven't got a frost yet. Probably any week now. So probably this weekend we'll make it a frost. My seasonal depression's in overdrive. Dark out now at 6 o'clock. Clock's change in 2 weeks. It's terrible. What's going on? I'm live on YouTube. Do you want to say hello? You'd prefer not to, huh? What are you drinking? Oh, okay, all right. Oh, the comments slowed way down. They were flying in before. Now they just slowed down. So anybody new check in? I'd be curious. If anyone new checked in, drop a comment. So 6'7" is the most stupid thing. I am going to agree with you on the whole 6'7" is the most stupid thing. Yes. Yeah, when I was a kid, the cool thing to do was to take a calculator and make it spell boobies upside down. That's what was cool when myself and my buddy Paul, when we were kids back in, as my kids tell me, back in the 1900s. So, yes, I'm that old. Yep. So. Yeah, for those of you that are on, appreciate checking out the live content. So, and also my recent success on my YouTube shorts. So I'm a big garage guru guy, big into diesel trucks. I got a big M35 A2 deuce and a half. So if you guys don't know what that is, check out some of my videos below. It's a big old military truck, 46-inch tires. It's got a Hercules multi-fuel straight 6-cylinder in it. So just screams Americana. So it's a cool truck. See, we had someone checking from California. See, the sun's still up on the West Coast. from the big stuff. Paul, you got to come down. You love the big truck. I'm not going to lie. It's drive that thing around town. Everyone loves it. The cops even pull me over, knock some speeding just because they want to check it out. It's kind of funny. Well, it is good to know I can do these from OBS. I can just shoot the vertical stream. I think I can set up OBS to actually feed both vertical like this and 16:9, so I can actually split this and feed both. It's weird how YouTube your channel has two channels pretty much beneath the hood. It's weird. You've got one for YouTube Shorts and one for YouTube long form. It is good they connect them for your watch time and for your subs, but it stinks for when you go live. So like right now, I'm only live on YouTube Shorts. I'm not live on my long form, so because of the vertical layout. It's weird how that works. It's amazing how many comments I'm getting on some of my videos that are in other languages, and I have to use Google Translate for everything. But I'm trying to react and comment on everything that comes in, but I've gotten tens of thousands over the last 3 weeks. Yeah. So you're a car guy. Crispy 1320. Yes, I am a car guy, truck guy. So I've built some cool stuff over the years. Probably one of the cooler things I built was a Factory 5 Cobra back about 20 years ago, Mach 3. So I've done a couple of big trucks, M35 A2 Deuce, bobbed. I got my second one right now, 2.5 ton military truck. I just sold my project car I had going on. I was building a Volvo 240 wagon with a LS 5.3. Unfortunately, just didn't have the space to complete that car, so that had to leave the shop. So David DeMello says, do you support Trump? I'm going to try not to involve politics on my channel. As much as I'd love to, I can't do it. So I want to keep this neutral. Let's talk cars, trucks, 3D printing. So anything I put your dump diesel in, let's do it. Crispy 1320, hell yeah, absolutely. Also a big bike guy too, so I raced motocross for many, many, many years. I still have a old school CR500 sitting in my garage, Service Honda 2003 Gen 3 frame. So that's a big old two-stroke. Goes with the two-stroke trucks. So I love sharing the big two-stroke Detroit diesels. So there's nothing better than listening to those big old trucks rip down the road. So, which I'm jealous. Paul's way up in Maine. He's got all those big logging trucks up there. So we don't get those down here. So Crispy, where you checking in from? Just curious. Same with David DeMello. Where you checking in from? Curious what state you guys are in, or country for that matter. State, country. Just curious how far my reach is tonight. This feels a little better with about 15 to 20 on. So, so it was up to, like, when I first hit the live, it was like 50 plus. I knew it was a lot of people just clicking on it and taking off. If it's got a motor, I like it. I'm right there with you. So if it's got a motor, I like. I know we were talking RC cars a little earlier. You know what I really want to pick up is they now make those small V8 DIY build kits that just sound incredible, and you know, they run on not ethanol. They run on I forget what they run on, the RC gas. But I'm really considering that. So, let's see. Oh, I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan, home of the Checker Cab and original home of the Gibson guitar. Yeah, I've got a Gibson right there. So don't ask me to play. My dad played in a band for almost 45 years, and I've got a small collection of guitars because of him. I can barely play 2 or 3 chords. So, but I am a guitar fan. So I got a bass hanging on the wall back over there in the other corner. So. Yeah, so gotta love Michigan. So I actually have been to Michigan a few times. I like Detroit. So people go, "What? How do you like Detroit?" I like the Henry Ford Museum. I've done the tour there. It's been a ton of fun. So I would go back given the chance. I really enjoyed checking out everything they had there. So I got to tour the F-150 plant, and that was impressive. What do you get for a car, Crispy? Just like curiosity, or a bike? You must have something cool. I'm guessing you're close to my age. If you're close to my age, you've had some cool stuff over the years. I've got a spreadsheet with every vehicle I've ever owned, and it's up in like the high 40s now. It's like 46 or 47. I can't remember the last time I didn't have more than 2 or 3 vehicles in the fleet. So. Paul, you must be able to play Stairway. I cannot. So I wish I could. I got some funny stuff I can share with you offline that you're gonna laugh. I'll text you later. You're gonna chuckle. Some guitar stories when I was in college, way back in the day. So. Yeah. So Paul just got back from a trip. He was out. Where did you go, Paul? You were down in Atlanta? I forget where you went to visit the plastic company. So, and that was a cool video. I enjoyed that. So that was a great tour you guys they did down there with those guys. Yeah, look at this. If we stick around long enough, we might break 12,000 subscribers live on the feed here tonight. So they've been flying in like crazy. I'm up to 11,929. It was we've gained just in this one broadcast. I think I've plugged on about 40 more. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So. I was going to do a go live this past weekend and fire up my laser in the garage, but my laser gave me a hard time and I could not actually fire it up, but I got the part in to fix it. So I think I'm going to go live maybe this coming Saturday in the morning and make some stuff in the garage and give some stuff away. So Arkansas, that's right, you're in Arkansas. I knew you were down there in that lower right-hand corner of the country. So I was thinking Georgia for some reason, then I was thinking Tennessee. So I was close. Kind of, sort of. Actually, it's good to know this streams well from OBS because I could use this type of setup out in my shop because I've got a couple of laptops out there. So I could just set up the camera, set it for vertical. I could do a couple different scenes, and I could put a camera inside the laser. I could do another live shot and just flip through the scenes. That'll work pretty good. Good to know. That'll be fun. So, like I mentioned, Paul, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a super chat giveaway. I think for anyone that drops a $1 super chat in, I'm gonna put them in the bucket to win the giveaway item. So that I'm gonna make. So, and the item's gonna be worth probably they sell for about $50-$60 when I fire them off the laser. So it'll be worth it for $1. So yeah, chat rate was high. Chat rate's dipped down. Views are still okay. So it looks like we've had about 400 views on this total live. Current still only about 18. So yeah, I'm still learning as I go. It's my first longer go live. So I did one last week. It wasn't as good. I was walking around trying to hold the cell phone. That was a pain in the ass. Curious to see, Paul, on the collab that we did. You should be able to click on that link and actually see the stats and all the back stuff on it. So it's still pulling strong, by the way. Crispy 1320. So many cool cars over the years. I still own an 80 Corvette that my dad left me when he passed. I've got an 02 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo that I bought in 03, and 03 Trailblazer, Winter Beater. Very cool. Sorry to hear about your dad. That sucks. So yeah, my paternal dad passed away over 25 years ago. My stepdad's got a Z06 Corvette. Not the current. He's got a what does he have? A C6, I believe. It might be a C7. C7, the newest one. These are the C6. So his is like 5 or 6 years old. So pretty cool. So yeah, my other fun truck I had an F-150 that I did a Cummins 4BT swap in. I have a video of that actually posted on my channel. So if you dig that up, it's from about 10 years ago. It's an older video. It doesn't have a ton of views, but a really cool swap that I did in that truck. It had a ZF5 speed in it. Got about 35 miles to the gallon. It was a really cool little truck. So I would have kept it if it was 4-wheel drive, but it was not. It was only 2-wheel drive. And up here in New England, without 4-wheel drive in the winter, it's just brutal. Came out of an old bread truck. So yeah, it was a neat little flare side 96 old body style F-150. Yeah, boys and the toys. This is true. So yeah, I got my garage is just packed with stuff. I just picked up my first e-bike actually. I've got a love-hate relationship with EV, but EV's here. So it's like, as much as I'm a gas guy and I love combustion engines, I broke down and there was a guy that had an old downhill mountain bike and he did a DIY EV kit on it, and he was struggling with reprogramming the rear hub software, and I got it for a song of a price. So I picked that up this past weekend. I've got the programming cable showing up Thursday, so I'm going to reprogram that rear hub and get that thing straightened out. So pretty cool. Where I live down here, and there's a ton of trails near my house. Crispy says, yeah, he wants to get an EV bike. Yeah, like I said, I wanted one for a while, but for a quality EV bike, you're going to spend north of a couple $1,000, and I just didn't want to do that. So I was like, I want to find something that was relatively cheap, easy for me to work on. So that's why I went with the DIY setup. So. Oh, we got another comedian that joined. Look out, Paul, you got competition. So it looks like Bez B 6191 has got some hamster problems going on. I'm not gonna lie. It just made me chuckle. Oh, too funny. Yeah, out in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area, you guys definitely get some snow, so I could see how having a Chevy Trailblazer for a winter beater would be a good thing. So, yeah, my daily's I got a 2019 Tundra TRD Pro. So, nice truck, but it's a pig on gas. I don't think I get 14 miles to the gallon. So, but gas is coming down. I don't know what you guys are paying for gas out in Kalamazoo, but we're under $3 now. I think I filled up the other day for like 2.78 a gallon, so not too bad. So, yeah, what's gas up in the Bangor area, Paul? Probably $3 if I had to guess. So, my dad was up in Freiburg the other day. He didn't mention how much gas was, but usually you and I are pretty close in price. Oh, you've got a one wheel. I've been looking at one wheels. I actually have almost pulled the trigger a couple times on a one wheel. Not sure it's the smartest decision because it looks like it's got emergency room written all over it. So, do you get the one wheel XR or do you have the one wheel Pint? I'd be curious to know which one you have. So, I like the XR. All right, it says, who said I talk like a Russian? Man up and admit it. I'm not sure, so I can't hear you speaking on my end, but, so all good. So, yeah, that one wheel looks like a ton of fun. So, I see now they got the uni wheel where you put between your legs, and they're like racing those now. I've seen guys doing like full blown like moto races, like flat track. And those guys are flying. So there's some YouTube videos out there and they're like jaw dropping. It's like, I don't know how guys aren't getting really mangled. I'm sure they are. So we actually have a guy here that does some road videos. There's some video of him going over the Cape Cod canals. And he's got like a Insta 360, on the pole, and he's holding it like in front of him, and it's some cool footage. So I'm sure if you Google it, it would come up. So YouTube, Google it. So. Be careful if you get one. You get the XR. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I've seen some videos. I watched some videos on how to actually start off on them, and one guy had a really good tip. Like he had a buddy of his, and he said, put it next to a car, hold onto the mirror, and then just kind of drive slow with the car and hang onto the mirror and kind of hold that. And then that's kind of how he was starting off, and it actually worked pretty good. So, versus someone running next to you. So. How fast does that XR go? It looks like they probably do about 15 miles an hour, maybe 20. Which and 20 on a board like that's got to feel like you're doing 70. So kind of like when you're water skiing. If you get up on water skis, you're doing 25 knots. It feels like you're doing 50 miles an hour. Oh, look at that. We just passed 500 views on this live stream. So only down to 11 concurrent viewers. So. Stream health is still good on this. So, no super chats. That's all right. You guys don't have to throw me super chats. So, been on for just about a half hour here. So I hit the go live button at 9:09. And now you get me thinking XR again. And I'm going to have to be on Marketplace tonight on Facebook. So it's all about price point. If I could find an XR for like $500 or $600, I'd jump right on it. So that's what I paid for my new EV. So my bike, I picked that up for $400. That was a good price. So and that was an old Kona Stinky downhill. Oh, all right, back up. That was weird. drop my stream. So I've got it up to 17 miles per hour. 17, and you're a bigger guy. Holy crap, that is flying. 17 miles an hour. So I can't imagine what 17 miles an hour on the little board feels like. So I really can't. So I put it this: the new EV bike I got, that does 25, and 25 feels like you're hauling on a mountain bike. So I apologize, guys. Look, my internet dropped there for just a second. My Wi-Fi acted up for some reason, but it's back connected now. So you guys are still got 13 people up. So yeah. With 17 miles an hour, what do you get for range? What do you get out of that? Probably 6 or 7 miles, maybe more, maybe less. It's scary. I bet it's scary. So you got one wheel. That's it. My buddy Paul's being quiet. Paul, I think we need to go get some one wheel boards. So Crispy, out of curiosity, did you jump on my live stream just because it popped up, or did you actually like and subscribe to one of my other videos? Just out of curiosity. I'm guessing if you're a car guy, you must have saw one of my truck videos or something else and hit the sub button. Just wonder how people find the channel. So, like I said, I was all but checked out on YouTube, and it had taken off. Hey, holy crap! Crispy just gave me $1, dude. You just bought me coffee in the morning. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. So I'll have to pay that forward. I'll buy somebody else a coffee tomorrow since you bought me a coffee. I will definitely do that on the way into work. Thanks, man. You just want me to buy a one wheel. You want? I see where you're going with that. I like it. I can put that towards the one wheel budget. Maybe I'll do that. That's my first ever super chat. So, so thanks, man. So it just popped up. Oh, very cool. Okay, all right. So, well, like I said, I appreciate you checking in. Good to meet other car guys on the channel. So, like I said, my channel's a car guy, techie channel, small homestead farming type channel. You know, my when COVID hit, we started a small farm on my property too. We've got 19 hen. I've got a rooster that's the size of a turkey. He's huge. And then we've got 5 goats. We had a bunch of ducks, but the ducks didn't make it. We had all drakes. And everyone's heard of cockfighting? I had drake fighting. So it was pretty impressive. So we had a big garden, big greenhouse, so which is pretty good. I got a big sawmill out back too, which is fun. So I just built a big new house for my goats off the sawmill this past weekend. So if you're into any of that stuff, hit the like and subscribe on my channel. So follow along. I'll be posting some more long form content soon. So I may actually do a longer video on the Detroit 2-stroke diesel that they put in the Kenworths and whatnot. So just love those trucks. A couple of videos I posted the last few days, they just sound incredible. I mean, it's unbelievable. They got that twin screw blower right in the center. It's freaking awesome. So Crispy sent me $2 more. Make it a second one. And I'm buying. All right, listen, I'm putting the $2 is going towards the one wheel. So the $1 I'll buy coffee and I'll buy someone else a coffee. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. That made my night. So you popped my super cherry and gave me another one. So I did the same thing to my buddy Paul the other night too. When he was on a live, I threw him a super chat. So very cool. That made my night. Like I said, this whole YouTube thing, I was ready to toss in the towel on it. I was like, this isn't worth the effort. But you know what? In the last three weeks, I've met a lot of cool people. I've seen a lot of great comments rolling on some of the stuff I've been putting out, and it's been fun. So I'm gonna keep at it. No reason to stop now. So if I can put a smile on someone's face, and why not? So Crispy, you need to get a 3D printer and start hanging out with me and Paul, making some cool stuff. If you're a car guy and you got a one wheel XR, you need a 3D printer. So I've got X1 Carbon, I've got a Bamboo A1, I've got a bunch of Luzbot Taz 6s. So I just sold one, but I've got 3 more in my garage. So yeah, another my other channel I have. Actually, you know what? I was going to drop it in the comments. My other channel is this guy here. You guys might like this. So this is my other channel for my motion sim that I built. Let me just pull this up. I'll share this with you guys. You'll like this. This is my other channel here. We also have a YouTube group as well, so which is Motion Sim Builders. If you check that out, you'll see I've got some shorts and some videos posted over there. It's my full 6DOF motion sim that I built over the last 2 years. That's my other addicting hobby. So because I'm up here in New England, we only get 5 or 6 months of decent car weather where the roads aren't crap and covered in salt and everything else. So I built my racing sim so I can drive you around, so, which is really fun. So, but yeah, this is an addicting rig. Here's a cool video of it running. Let me copy this one over. There you go. Check that out. You'll like that video. That's cool. Don't buy a one wheel afraid to fall. No, I'm used to getting hurt. I've had 3 ACL surgeries. I've broken collarbones. Breaking stuff doesn't scare me. I don't mind if I wad myself up a little bit. It's all part of the process. Only downside is I'm over 50 now, so I heal a lot slower. So. But what's cool, if you look at the links I just dropped, the racing sim stuff, that's super addicting. So. Vicky Wad, what are we doing, guys? We're just hanging out. We're talking cars and trucks. So cars, trucks, 3D printers, robots, all kinds of cool stuff here tonight. So where are you checking in from? So I'm actually out here in Cape Cod, Mass, actually right near the Cape Cod Canal, as a matter of fact. So Crispy's been checking in. He's over in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and my buddy Paul, where Nerdy is Cool. He's I don't know if he's still on or not. I think he was. He's up north of Bangor, Maine. So we had a good group of guys in here talking tech and cars. So it's pretty fun. So I appreciate you checking in tonight. So where are you checking in from? Just curious. So we had a gentleman from Denmark earlier. Some people from Poland checked in. It was pretty cool. All over the globe. So Crispy bought me a couple of coffees for tomorrow morning, and he started my GoFundMe already with my one wheel project that I'm probably gonna buy now. Thanks. I'm gonna be on Marketplace tonight. Yeah, bad decisions will be made. Let's see. I'm in Texas right now. I know a guy who modded cars. He had some crazy things in his garage. Ah, very cool. I was actually just down in Texas about 3 weeks ago. I was in Fort Worth, so just outside Dallas. So the company I work for, we have a couple of distribution plants down there. So I was not too far from you. Well, then again, I say that Dallas is huge. So, all right. I'm gonna let the people speak. Crispy, I just put the poll up to see see if people want me to buy a one wheel or not. So, my Victor, what your accomplishment in life? I'm not quite sure what your question is there. Am I a veteran? I am not a veteran. No, I know people sometimes think that because of the hair. I keep the hair high and tight. I just always have. I've had this haircut for my entire life. So. I work at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I get paid to talk about cars every day. Very cool. I worked in an auto parts store many years ago. Back when I don't know if you guys had an Auto Palace out there. They were bought up by Napa, but we had a ton of fun. We used to call other stores and we would mess with the guys at the parts counter. I'd be like, "Hey, I got a 72 Volkswagen Bug. I need a lower radiator hose." "Sure, let me look that up. Hang on," and we would just sit there and laugh. Some of these guys had no clue. Like doesn't list a radiator. Yeah, it's air cooled. Yeah. So. Yeah, we dropped down to now we're back up to 11 people back on. I'm kind of surprised. So appreciate you guys checking out tonight. So like I said, just figured I'd go live and chit chat and talk all things. Cars, tech, bikes, diesel, you name it. So, Yeah, I do have an O'Reilly's right near me, actually. Actually, it's kind of dangerous. I have an O'Reilly's right next to a Harbor Freight. So you can, yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. So Harbor Freight's another guilty pleasure I have. I've got way too many Harbor Freight tools in my garage. So I actually just was modifying my my 12-ton press. I got the hydraulic, air over hydraulic 12-ton jack for that, and I am going to be ordering up the brake press attachment so I can actually bend metal in the brake press, so I can fab stuff in the garage off of that. Yeah, it's the other thing too. I've got 2 CNC machines in my garage. I've got a X2 mini mill I converted over to CNC. It's got 3 steppers on it, so it's a pretty cool setup. And then I've got a CNC gantry with a 611 DeWalt router on it that I make cutting boards off of, all kinds of cool stuff. And I've got a 100-watt laser as well, so which I'm going to fire up the CNC gantry and the router probably Saturday morning, and I'm going to definitely be making some cool stuff live. I'm going to do a YouTube live and probably do the same thing we're doing right now, but just running the machines, and I'm going to give away the stuff I'm making, so it'll be pretty cool. So, oh, let's see my poll. What's my poll? I've got 50-50. One person says, yeah, I should buy one, while one person says no. I don't know, Crispy. It's a tough competition. Although it's more like 2/3 yes, because I'd be a yes vote there. So no one else is voting. So we got a few more subscribers there just in the last few minutes. To 11,945 now. Crispy, I don't work at the store level. Oh, you must work in a distribution center, I'm guessing? That's pretty cool. So, yeah, company I work for, we actually distribute electronic components. So we've got 2 massive DCs, distribution centers. So we pump out millions of dollars in inventory daily. It's pretty crazy. So I remember that guy I was talking about took me into an old parking lot in a garage with a heavy modified 3-door Sprinter Torino. I don't know what that is. And just started doing printouts and donuts for an hour or so. Oh, wow. That's pretty crazy. Actually, I went to a really cool car show about a month ago. If you look back at my channel, and they did a burnout competition, and I posted some of those videos. There was one guy in a late model, like a 95 or a 96 SN95 Mustang GT. He did a burnout for, it had to be a good 10 minutes. Like, blew the tires right off the back. So Crispy. Upper management, welcome to my world. Upper management as well. Isn't it fun managing people? Never a dull moment, I'll tell you that right now. But I have a good time. So actually, I can't complain. I have all good people that work for me. I've been at this new company now about 5 months. So my previous place about 9 years. So just made the move this past spring. So a little closer to home. I got the ability to work from home a couple days, which is nice. So. Paul must have dropped. He's not commenting. I was just going to tell him the video that I shared, did a collab with him. It's up to like 2,300 videos. That's 2,300 views now. It's getting up there pretty big. So that's cool. How long have you been with O'Reilly's for? How many years? Just out of curiosity. So I actually do go there for most of my car parts. So I support you. Yes, good people, that is. Yeah, I figured you meant good people. Okay, that was fun. The Torino's an older Japanese car. I'll have to look that up. I'm going to Google that. What is that? The Torino. I'm going to look that up right now. Copy. What is that? Toyota Sprinter Torino, an AE86. That looks like our late model Toyota Supra that we had back in the mid 80s. That's a cool looking car. It was depicted in a couple of shows and movies. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned the Toyota. I would love a JDM like a Honda Acti, or one of the Suzuki, not the Sidekick, the Suzuki right-hand drivers. Thank you. We appreciate your support. Hey, Crispy, I appreciate your support tonight. So, I appreciate the super chats, the $3 for coffee, and my fundage towards a towards a one wheel. So I do appreciate it. So. Yeah, we don't have too many JDM imports here in New England, so they cracked down on them for a little while. So, but they actually just retitled them again, so they can use them again in this state. 14 years, that's a good stretch to be at one company. That's kind of unheard of in this today's day and age. Like I said, my last company was there for 9 years, which was an eternity for being in technology. Ficky Wad says he modded the hell out of it and even had a nitrous system in it. Wow, interesting. So it's only got a small engine too. It looks like it had like a 1.6 liter in it in that AE86. So it actually looks like they came out with a 2024 edition, the GR86, as a tribute to that. So which is the Subaru, the BRZ, that Toyota bought, and I think they left the same engine in it. I believe that was the share. That was originally a Scion. Scion had the BRZ, then it was a Subaru BRZ, and then they released underneath the Toyota the GR86. So fun little car, like 225 horsepower. So rear wheel drive, yeah, definitely neat. It's pretty damn cool. Yeah, it is. Yeah, if you just look up the Toyota the GR86, it comes right up. Yeah, the 2005 edition. Actually, I'll see if I can drop a link here. Let me do Google search. Hang on. Oh, it's actually really cool. They actually did a tribute with the Oh, check this out. Let me paste this so you guys can see that. Check it out. They actually tributed that with the same black and white type of paint scheme. That looks really neat. It's a cool looking car. Probably most GDMs you have to wait 25 years. Yes, that is correct. It is 25 years in the U.S. to import a JDM for it to be legal. Crispy, always learn new things. Yes. Actually, it's kind of funny. I tell my guys that work for me, try to learn one new thing every day. I don't care what it is. Learn one new thing. So, and they actually are all pretty good about that. So, and I always tell them, tell me what you learned today. So at the end of the day, I'm always like, what did you learn today? I tell my kids the same thing too. Learn something new every day. I wish I could. I'm jealous. Yeah, and actually, it's funny. I don't think that GR86 is all that expensive. I know the stock one's not. It's kind of funny if you scroll down and look. It looks like a mini Supra. It's a good-looking car. So, I'm curious to see what is MSRP on that. I want to say it's like mid-20s. MSRP. It's probably gonna be more for that limited edition one. Let me look. Base MSRP is $34,720 to $35,815. So call it 35 grand plus tax, delivered, optioned out, but 37.6. Not terrible. You can get those used. You can find the old Scions, the BRZs, and for not a ton of money. Like I see them here locally for $5-6 grand. Yeah, great track cars. I know they race them around here, Lime Rock. So up in New Hampshire, they zip them around up at Loudon. That's like my Racing Sim 4. So I can run any car I want in the racing sim, which is nice. Well, I was going to get ready to wrap it up, and we've got 10 more people that jumped on. No, it's not bad. That's actually a pretty decent price for what you get. Power to price, I think that's decent. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, if actually, I'm curious. Comment below what everyone's bucket list car is. And my bucket list car is I love like a 1972 Ford Pantera. Something about those cars, that American-made muscle with that Lamborghini style look, mid-engine. I've always loved the Ford Pantera. So I'd be curious to know what your dream car is. So drop it below. I'm curious what Crispy's would be. So what sim do you use, my friend? Oh, you must not have seen the post I posted earlier. I've got a 6DOF racing sim, 6 Degree of Freedom, all 3D printed. I've made all the parts myself. I've got another channel actually. I'll share with you. I shared it earlier, but I'll. So. Here, here's my other channel right here. My Motion Sim Builders. It's right. So I'm going to paste it in the chat. There you go. You check that out if you want to like and subscribe that channel. It's a lot smaller, but that's my racing sim that I built about 2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago. So I've got my own direct drive wheel that I run on that, a 49-inch curved Samsung. That's pretty neat. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a highly accurate machine. So, like I said, everything you see in red minus the seat I 3D printed, which was really, really neat. So, a ton of fun. So, yeah, fair warning. Sim racing is very addicting. So, probably a lot like that one wheel, Crispy. So, yeah, pretty cool. So no comments on what people's dream car would be. I thought for sure I'd get some interesting cars that people are going, this is my dream car. It's what I want. One time I was with my uncle of mine. He drove a Stratos. I've heard of a Stratos. I don't know what that is, though, but I've heard the name. That must not be another JDM car. Now I'm going to look that up. Yeah, Lancina Stratos. I have heard of that before. That's a cool looking car. That thing's pretty rad. I like that. Ram TRX. That's a cool truck. Yep. So 1974 Lacrina Stratos. I drove it once. Wish I could drive it again. Yeah, it's a cool looking car. Doesn't say what it's powered by. It's kind of like a Lotus rear end with the round tail lights in the back. Yeah, pretty cool looking. Yeah, this is the oh, Andy's got a blue Tundra. I've got a blue Tundra. Yeah, that Stratos is neat. That Lancinia. $1973. Yeah, looks like it was powered 285 base horsepower with a 2.46 V6 coming from a Ferrari Dino. Interesting. So that was actually powered by a Ferrari. Huh. It definitely has that Ferrari type look. Do I like 3D printing? Oh, yes. If you take a look at the link I just put, I made a lot of stuff on 3D printers. And drones. Oh, yes. I've got a drone addiction. I'm a tech guy. Yeah, 100%. I just picked up a DJI Neo. So, and I've got a DJI Phantom 4 Pro. I've got a Mavic. Um, I gotta tell you, the Neo is a very neat drone. Super easy to fly. Throw it in your backpack. The thing's tiny. So definitely some FPV. I've got a DJI Original Avata. So with the headset, and ton of fun. So. Yeah, so hit me on X. Where you checking in from, out of curiosity? Yeah, figure what I drove it. Yeah, that thing had to be a blast to drive. That Stratos. That looks like a bad car. It's funny. I'm scrolling through the link I shared on the Reddit. If you look, it looks like it was rally race too. Like it was a big rally car. Yeah, compact format, unique design, powerless rally, amongst other things. Yeah, regarding the design, the Stratos works. Fabled Marsilio Gardini for his wedge design. Unique signature for his design works. Iconic cars like the Countach. So the same guy that worked on the Countach designed that car. That's pretty cool. So have I ever flown up close to windmills? Yeah, a few times. It was pretty crazy. I can imagine it was crazy. I wonder if that was a 1 year only car. I'm trying to look that up. I could have only one car truck and you could never sell it by a bar. What year? Oh, Crispy, you must have missed it. I said 72 Pantera. So that's what I would like. So in the 1972 Ford Pantera. This one right here. That's the one right there. It's got the right. That's the right color, the right wheels, everything. There it is. Lottery car, 149K. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the flying the drones near near turbines because I've got 4 right near my house. I was just checking your channel out right now. Oh yeah, we've got similar interests, 100%. Mosberg, you wise guy. You gotta update your channel, man. You've got nothing new on your channel. We're supposed to hang out. The last video you posted was your quarantine ride. Jesus, that was 5 years ago. I don't know if you were on the chat earlier, but I just picked up a new EV. I picked up a converted downhill mountain bike. I got a Kona Stinky with Marzucci forks and Fox Rear shock. Pretty cool bike. So it needs some attention on the controller, and I'm going to be getting that reflashed on Thursday when the cable comes in. Crispy, that's an amazing piece of machinery. Yes, it is. That Ford Pantera. If I hit the lottery, there'll be signs. That'll be in the driveway. So. There you go, Steve. I just subbed your channel. You got 46 now. My lucky race number, 46. You're welcome. Dude, drop some new content. Your shit's old. Although I get a kick out of your turbine picture. It's the same turbine I look at. Actually, no, it's not. Mine's further away. I don't know if you're on earlier, but I've checked out any of my posts online, but my YouTube channel has imploded in the last 3 weeks. So that's just been mind-blowing. Got to let you know when you're on. I'm free. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. I should be around this coming weekend. Let me know. I'm working from home Thursday and Friday, so I know we still have to grab the 3D scanner and scan some parts for you, so we can do that. Or I can just give it to you and you can play with it. So, love you, bro. Keep up the hustle. Tracy Tatman. Thanks, Tracy. Appreciate it. Where are you checking in from, out of curiosity? I know what Steve is. He's checking in from the next neighborhood over. So, I saw the posts. It's awesome. So thanks, Steve. Yeah, dude, it's been I learned a lot about YouTube in the last 3 weeks. I was starting to think like you had to be, know somebody at YouTube to be successful, but it was one short. It was the hot saw competition up at the Freiburg Fair. I posted that video. It was only about 9 seconds long. That 9 seconds changed everything for my channel. It hit this viral tag somehow, and it started getting replayed and replayed and replayed and replayed, and that video got over 20 million views, and it just spiraled everything else, on my channel. So, oh boy, we got a medical emergency in the chat group. So looks like Leonardo there, his pee was black chunky earlier and made me feel like made my head feel light. Okay, then you should probably consult with a doctor. Yeah, so Steve, yeah, that's crazy. Steve, it is crazy. It is really crazy. And what's nuts is I then started using the newest YouTube tool that's out there on Shorts that lets you remix other content and just doing green screen. Just putting my ugly face over the green screen and hitting the record button and regurgitating, stuff that I'm into. The stuff I'm into, big truck stuff, diesels. So, and it just took off. So it's just crazy. So, what is your favorite finger? I am not giving you that middle finger. As much as you want me to flip you the bird, I'm not doing it. So I love the SEMA show. Yes, I have not been to SEMA in quite a long time. So. Some people's poor children. Yeah. Yep. All right. I needed a good laugh. That was good. I have nothing to film. All sorts of cameras too. You know what, Steve? You don't have to. I'm actually taking a different approach. I think I'm going to start treating my 1620 Garage and Farm channel more of like a media channel than so much I need to record channel. Just start pushing content that I like that's already out there and just give it my own flair. So that's all. So yeah. So I think Leonardo's got to go. Yeah, we're gonna put you on a little timeout. So yeah, see you later. Goodbye. I'm all done with that guy and his bathroom antics. Steve, how's the audio sound? I know other people said it sounds okay. Curious how it is on your end. So, you watch on your mobile, I'd imagine. So, see, there was a point in time where I'd hit the go live button and nobody would show up. I hit the go live button now and wind up with a bunch of people on. So, Crispy says, great idea. Yes, I think it's a good idea. I'm just going to start sharing things I like. I think I'm more just vlogging style. Just do what I want to do. So. Ryan Meyer, what do you think of Charlie Kirk getting killed? I thought that was a completely terrible tragedy, a real black spot on this country. Anyone that doesn't think so is bad. Steve says, it sounds good as on Apple TV. I'm on TV? Wait a minute, that changes everything. So, do you want me to sign autographs? So, I could do that. So, nice. Geez, right when I think I'm going to hit the end button, I got like 9 people back on now. Steve, you missed it. I even had Crispy give me super chats earlier. He bought me coffee for tomorrow morning, and he wants me to buy a one wheel. So You should buy a one wheel. You and I should both get one wheels. What could go wrong? Oh boy. Yeah, Crispy Steve lives real close to me, so my daughter and his daughter are really like best friends. So I see his kid more than I see him though. Yeah, you guys are all bad influences, in a good way. I mean that sincerely. So. Crispy, I'm checking out your channel now. Looks like you got some stuff posted, some YouTube shorts. Looks like some of your kids posted some stuff. The wood is not on fire. The fire is in the wood. All right, okay, you got a few videos up there. You haven't posted in a while either. So all your videos are older, a year or two old. Stop posting. So you guys can make money at this. I'm telling you, I was shocked. So. I need to dust off the dual sport and get riding. Yes, you do have to dust off the dual sports. So definitely. I have many times, but it's so much fun. You only live once. That's right. That's right. You have one life, live it. 100%. I could not agree more. I've got my fair share of scars to prove it. Crispy, I don't post. I know. I didn't post either. I pretty much, COVID hit and my kids wanted to do a YouTube channel and I started posting stuff on YouTube. Some stuff got some traction. Other stuff didn't. And then my chicken coop I built out of pallets that went semi-viral. I think I got around 200,000 views, and that's kind of what got the channel up and running and monetized. And then things kind of dove off, and it wasn't doing much. I would post occasional shorts here and there, but then, like I said, about 3 weeks ago, this thing just imploded, and it kind of pulled me back in. And I feel like, people want content. I guess I'll stop putting out some more content. I mean, this video right here is a record. I don't think I've ever gone quite this long on a YouTube lap. I used to do an off-road show, The Last Lap. I think Steve probably caught a few episodes of that. That used to be on YouTube, on Facebook, and we used to do it every Tuesday night, my buddy Jim Bosch. And so, I mean, it can be tough going live. I mean, you're pretty much talking to nobody just except for the people that are dropping chats in, so. Extreme health still looks good. Stats are decent on this. It's funny, when I first hit the go live button, it just implodes. This is good. Actually, going live is keeping me off of Facebook Marketplace. So you guys all probably saved me, from making other purchases tonight. So thanks. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Work with 3 kids takes up most of my time. Hey, listen. I work. I've got several jobs, and I've got 3 kids. Stop it. You're making excuses. I'm looking at possible. If I get a one wheel, I want the older XR model, not the new XR, but the first gen. I wouldn't say first gen, the second, I believe. So those are the ones you can get for a fairly decent price on Marketplace. I've seen them go for as cheap as like $600 locally, with like fairly low miles on them. Yeah, the XR. Yeah. All right, Crispy. Have a great night, man. Thanks. Yeah, it's just about my bedtime too. It's 10 o'clock, 10:30. I gotta get to bed too, so I got work tomorrow. So I think with that said, I'm gonna end the chat, guys. So hey, thanks for checking in. This was fun. I'll have to do this again. Like I said, Saturday we're gonna do a go live. We're gonna fire up the laser and make some stuff. Steve, you should come by. We could do the live together. So Oh, Calvin Morris, can you say good night to my cat Frankie and call him cute and chubby? Yeah, your cat can put himself to bed. But thanks, buddy. All right. See you guys. Peace out.